Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Tokki Plays. I hope you're doing amazing. Today I have a very exciting video for you. This is my very first island tour, which I am so hyped about. Today we will be touring an island called Tulip, which is an island themed after the Netherlands, meaning that some areas that exist on this island actually exist in real life, which is super cool in my opinion. I'm not gonna do much more talking. I would just say let's have a look at the map and then let's start looking around. Okay, so let's look at the map. Alrighty, so here we have Sophie, who is also known as Kitty, my moderator. Then we have Henry, Molly, Bones, Fang, Butch, Rudy, Pekin, Shari, Felicity, and Gabby. If you want to visit Tulip yourself, here you have the dream address, and also you should definitely be checking out Kitty on Instagram, and I'ma leave her handle here. As I said, this is my very first island tour, so I'ma do my very best to do this island justice. And here we have already reached the entrance, which in my opinion always sets the mood for the entire island. At the right side we have some fake buildings using simple panels and other items, and just looking at this area you can definitely tell that this is a Citycore island. And now we are moving on to the campsite, which is an area that is actually inspired by a place that exists in real life. So here we have Tarente, which is a province in the Netherlands, and here's Kitty, so let's just say hello to her real quick. I love you. What a sweetie pie. Anyway, the stones that you're seeing here are hunebedden, and by the way, I do not speak Dutch, so excuse my pronunciation, I'm really trying here. And hunebedden are basically graves which were built 4000 to 3000 before Christ, so they're very old. And before I visited Tulip, I had a look at some pictures from hunebedden and other areas that exist on this island and how they look in real life, and these stones right here are super similar, so that's amazing. Now that we have had a look at this area, I would say let's move on to the next one and let's just walk up the street here. On the right side we can see resident services with the flag of the Netherlands, and I absolutely love the combination of the different custom design codes here with the in-game pausing. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Here we have the harbor of Rotterdam, which in case you didn't know is the biggest harbor in Europe and one of the biggest harbors in the world. And a difference to the other North Sea ports is the possible draft of 24 meters, which makes this harbor accessible for super giant ships, which is super amazing, and I think it's so cool that Kitty included this in her island. One thing which I think is absolutely crazy is that before the 2.0 update, this area would have not been possible. I mean, we have the truck here, the yacht, and all the wooden boxes which are used to store the goods that arrive here. If we take a right now, we are arriving at the shopping district of Tulip with some shops that also exist in the Netherlands. First we have Hema, then we have Nook's Cranny with some parking space for visitors. And the way this is set up, it just works. It looks like a real store, and I truly love the combination of the custom codes and also how this shopping district is set up. It's just one big street with all the stores, and I think this kind of setup is actually fairly common in European cities because it's the same in Germany. Here is another thing. You may be wondering why you keep on seeing bicycles everywhere, and that actually has a reason. In the Netherlands, it is super common to just move around and ride your bicycle instead of taking public transportation or driving your own car, and I think that is so amazing, and I really wish more countries were like that. This area here is probably the most recognizable and famous area from Amsterdam, but I will get more into that in a second. Let's head on back to the entrance first and check out the areas that we haven't gotten a glimpse at. So back at the entrance, now if we take a right, here we have all the canal houses, which in real life are also made of brick, and they're often very crooked because back in the day they were built on wooden poles. Here we just have a little seating area where you can enjoy some smoothies, some fries, and back there we can see the marketplace, which we're gonna head to now. I really like how this is separated with some fencing, and here we have a little plant shop, a little stall for some seafood, and also the Netherlands, a very big part of it is connected to the sea. That's why seafood there is pretty accessible. Then we have a little store for some cheese, and that custom design code for that cut open cheese is just beyond adorable. I love it and I think it's super cute. Back here we have some more stalls with some fresh vegetables. It looks like somebody lost their coins in front of that fortune cookie shop. And we also have some fresh fruit here. Alrighty, let's keep on going. And here this little alley just leads over to the shopping district that we've just been to. So back there we have the shops, but let's head on back and I'm gonna tell you something about the area that we're gonna go to now. So depending on where you're from, you may not know much about the Netherlands and you may not have seen any pictures from it before, but if there's one picture that you may recognize, it is gonna be this area here. It is one of the canals from Amsterdam. And when Kitty submitted her island for a dream address tour, this is one of the areas that she sent me a picture of. And I was like, bestie, this is gorgeous, this is stunning, I'ma have to tour your island for sure. I mean, look at this, look at all this attention to detail. It is beautiful. Now we are gonna take a walk towards one of the two neighborhoods from Tulip. This area, as far as I'm concerned and from what Kitty told me, this one does not exist in real life. Let me tell you one thing though, I am in love with this area. I love how structured everything is. There's just one big road and every single villager has their own personalized little yard, which is an amazing idea in my opinion. It's super simple, not too cluttered, and every villager has their own little items, which is adorable. I also really like how she used the different types of fencing to just bring a little more variety into the neighborhood with the hedge and also the lattice fencing, I believe it's called. And also note, there are some tulips in every single villager's yard, so that's maybe where the name is coming from, or more likely because tulips are the national flower from the Netherlands. I'ma refer to this area as the town square, and I am obsessed with this area. Everything is so symmetrical and just looks super homey and cozy and like a little neighborhood where everybody is friends with everybody, if that makes sense. And if that was real life, I would love to live there. Now, I do have to admit that I've been on this island once before, back when Kitty and I were trading something. And when I was on her island, this is the only place that I've ever seen before, and I knew that this island was gonna blow my mind. I mean, look at this, absolutely gorgeous. Here on the left side, you can see that we have some more parking spaces for all the villagers because they gotta have some space for their cars too. And here is the bridge that leads back to the shopping district. But we've already been there, so let's just head on over to the next area. And with this next area, I actually got to help out Kitty a teeny tiny bit because if you know me, I have a tiny bit of a flower problem on my island. Flower invasion. And so some time ago, I offered Kitty to just take some of my tulips, which she gladly accepted. And here you're gonna see what she did with them. Look at this, an absolutely gorgeous, huge tulip flower field. Isn't that absolutely stunning? I love how she put some custom designs over the in-game pathing to just make it look a lot more natural, and also the leaf piles really add some detail here. And also the fact that she placed her house in the middle of this flower field. Can it get any better? Cause I honestly don't think so. Just imagine how nice this place would smell in real life, and also imagine if you get the chance to look outside your window and see those beautiful flowers every single day. I would be living for it, and I would never want to move away ever again. We have 2 more big areas to look at, so let's head on over to the next one. Down here there's some more seating areas, just a little opportunity to sit down, take a little break. And now for the grand reveal. Here we have the Race Museum, which I hope I did not butcher the name of. In the front there's some parking opportunities for all the visitors, and here we have the museum. Look at that. Look at this, gorgeous. Here's really not too much going on, just a ton of space for all the people that want to visit. It's very open. We have a little fountain moment going on, which I love. And I really think that adding those brick pillars here was quite a good idea from Kitty, because they do be adding a little bit more of a spicy feel to the museum and not make it look that basic. And now we are reaching the very last in real life area, which turned out to be one of my favorite areas from this island. So this place here represents Heathorn, which is an area from the Netherlands where you basically can reach other people's houses by boat only, because every single house is surrounded by water, and I feel like this area translated so well into Animal Crossing. I saw this area and I was gobsmacked. Here, all those flowers, different colors, I would never think about using them in that way. And look at this double bridge moment that we have going on here. Wow! For this area here, I also had a look at in real life pictures from it, and these houses here, let me tell you, Kitty did such a good job transforming this area into something that works for Animal Crossing islands, because in real life those houses, they are surrounded by a ton of greenery, tons of flowers, many bushes, and it just works in here and it looks so cozy. And if you need inspiration for your neighborhood and you're doing anything nature core, forest core, or anything of that kind, I think here you have quite a good source of inspiration. And I will definitely be taking inspiration from this here, because how could I not? I know I forgot to show you one teeny tiny part of this island, which I'm gonna do now. It is this area right here, directly in front of resident services. I don't know how I could forget about that. Just a teeny tiny sitting area with a fountain in the middle, super cozy and comfortable. And that is pretty much about it. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I know this was my very first island tour, so if you have any feedback for me, no matter if it's good or bad, I would love to know about it. Have a great day or night wherever you are, and see you in the next one. Bye!